Hi friends, I'm about a year on Saturday, which is exciting and awesome and crazy. So I wanted to make a video and update you on what's going on and how I'm doing, which is obviously I'm doing great. Makes me super happy. The only thing that I'm still working on is getting my neck up and straight. And they're gonna do shots in my neck like they did in my eyes before. So, minor stuff. I can write, I can eat, I can walk, I can talk. I'm good, right? So, I just wanted to take this time to thank some people. The first thing, Dr. Levinsky, he has been my right hand man this whole time. He has watched me and my family through this, answered question after question, email after email. Took calls, in the evening when I was really sick, just to get me, admitted in the hospital, and I trust him more than I trust any doctor that I've ever worked with, and, 8 years in a brain surgery, that's a lot. So, he is fabulous, and I don't know how I would have made it through without him. My next one is Dr. Nazaro. He's my brain surgeon, and he's fantastic. Him and his team did a really, really awesome job, because with me, when they went in, they didn't do the surgery quite like they normally would, and they were not able to use some of the technology that they normally would. And so they went in and they mapped it out the morning it was done. They did MRIs and CT scans and stuff, and literally mapped out the morning that the day that I had surgery. So he is a fantastic surgeon. If he wasn't, that's the reason I'm doing so good, is because he got those leads exactly where they needed to be in my brain. And, there was a point in time when I told him that they were telling me the odds were that I'd get 50 to 90% functioning back. I told him I didn't care what functioning I got back, I just wanted to sleep. Now I sleep, I run, I do whatever I want. I drive, it's fantastic. So, I have him to thank for that. Stephanie is my programmer, and she works with me to make sure that my batteries are okay. And she works with me to make sure my batteries are okay, and to make sure that I am getting the full benefits of the surgery and the treatment, and so that is fantastic, and she is awesome. I would like to kind of just thank everyone at KU. The Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorder Center is amazing. There's several nurses that I work with, Francis, and Nicole and Pat in neurosurgery. There's just so many people there that are awesome, and that I think. My other person that I want to thank is Ryan Lockmiller. As I say that, Ryan Lockmiller, I'm holding my head still, so be proud of me. No, I can't do it for very long, but I'm working on it. And you know what? If it weren't for you and your flexibility and your smartest attitude, which is exactly what I needed, by the way, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't probably be walking as well as I am. I wouldn't be doing half the stuff that I am if it weren't for physical therapy. And I really appreciate that. It was always a team effort. It was always, what can we do? It was always a research thing, which I know that he spent a lot of time researching the dystonia, how to work with it and stuff, and just trying everything that we could. And for the most part, we were really successful, so I can't complain. He was also really good at keeping me in check as far as my attitude. The days that I would come in and be like, oh, this sucks, he'd be like, hey, do you remember your first day here? And I would be like, because it's easy when you're in the middle of it to lose focus. But he would let me. So, I appreciate that, dude. The next I wanna give some shout outs to my family, and hopefully I don't cry, but if I do, oh well. My sister Ellen had just moved to Kansas City. Well, had actually just gotten married and moved to Kansas City when I first found out that I was gonna have brain surgery. And she worked with me and helped me with everything. She, when I was in the hospital, she made cookies for the nurses. She sat in the emergency room and filled out power of attorney paperwork with me. I couldn't do that for my own sister. I don't know how she did it, but she is a young woman of amazing strength, and I love her. That's all there is to it, is that she's amazing, and she stayed in the hospital with me a lot, and just, she's one tough cookie, and I love her. The next I want to thank is my mom. She has been an amazing emotional support. I've called her freaking out so many times, and she has just been so good about helping me calm down, helping me realize what was going on. For a long time I was disoriented, and so I needed people to help me put the pieces back together. A lot of the things that happened in the last year were similar to a childhood memory where you may not remember it, but if you're sitting down with a friend that you grew up with and they say, oh, do you remember when we did this? And you wouldn't have remembered it, but once they start talking about it, you remember. That's how my memory has been for the last year. And so it's taken a lot of my family and some of my friends to put the pieces back together and to tell me what's going on. And my parents have been super helpful with that, so I think and I honestly, I can't imagine what it is like to watch your own kid go through brain surgery and to go through what I have. And my mom is also a super strong lady and is amazing, and I don't know how she did it, but she did it. And her and Arthur have been super helpful to me and super supportive, and I couldn't ask for anything more. My dad and my mom, they took me in and took care of me after surgery. They were the ones that got up at 3 in the morning to make sure that I had taken medicine. My poor dad made sure I didn't fall in the bathtub and, hit my head. They were the ones that got every medicine. My poor dad is the one that drove me to the emergency room. After surgery when I was still not doing really well. And that was a 2-hour drive of me. I woke up at 7 in the morning crying. And we got to the hospital probably 8 o'clock that night. So my poor dad is a trooper. And I just can't thank my dad and my stepmom enough for just opening their house to me, letting me stay there. And helping me out financially. That has been a huge burden just totally lifted from me. And just having help with all the medical bills and, some of it's big stuff and some of it's little stuff like my dad went with me when I bought a car, But all of it is stuff that I will never be able to repay them. Well, I guess we don't know. But no, they're awesome, and I am super, super grateful. What else? Oh, I just want to thank all the people that were there when I had surgery, which would be Stephanie and Katie, Ellen and Matt, Arthur and my mom, and Lauren and my dad. I know it was a really long and boring day for you guys, 12 hours and sitting in the your little waiting area that they gave you, making me hats because I was going to be bald, But I still have those hats. I do. Actually, I'm making a smash book, which is just a little book. There's nothing on the inside because I haven't finished it. This is my project for the weekend. And part of what you do is you just put like pictures. It's similar to a scrapbook. So I am gonna put all that stuff in there, as well as like cards and pictures, and I have lots of little things from surgery, hospital bands, that kind of stuff. So that's what that is, and I'm really excited about that because I'm gonna be working on that this weekend. I also want to thank my dad for helping me with some technical support stuff. He has been awesome. But really, whether you were there for my surgery or not, my family has carried me through this by praying, by being there, by listening to me cry, by cheering me on, by everything. I mean, my grandparents, my cousins, my aunts and uncles. I have an extremely supportive, loving family, and I don't know how I could have made it without their support. Because I can tell you one thing, going through something like this doesn't go well unless you have the support that you need. Okay. Few shout outs to my friends. I have to start with my friends in Oklahoma because they mean the world to me. Some of the Stern Christian Church people have carried me through this in more ways than I even understand. Their prayers, their love, their cards, the banners that I got in the mail, the kids' videos, or Skyping with the kids. It's just, you guys constantly lift me up still. So I want to thank Kayla, because I love her and her family. But man, that girl, I bug her almost every day, poor thing. But she's fabulous, and I couldn't ask for a better friend. I really couldn't. She's just... I honestly don't have words, which is weird. Nicole is pretty fantastic because she's really good at reminding me who defines me and that God defines me. And not the dystonia or not the current struggle that I'm going through or whatever. She really can speak straight to the heart and just get right to the point, and she's super good at it. I also want to thank Stephanie, Julie, Amanda, Lauren, all of you guys. I know that Lauren didn't get to come to our Christmas thing, but it was super fun to see Amanda and Julie and Stephanie this December. And thanks for coming to visit me because it was super fun. My last friend that I have to thank is my friend Tim, who has been my best friend since, well, a really long time. I think it's almost been 10 years. I honestly don't know, but it's been a long time. And he is such a good friend. I mean, every text message, every hospital visit, he has always been there. He has always been supportive. He has always been loving. He has always been encouraging. He has, I mean, been an amazing, amazing friend. Amazing friend. You don't find him like that very often. And I love him, and I love his family. And it's kind of one of those situations, I don't have the words to describe how grateful I am for that friendship and for how strong it has been over the past, few years. It's just been amazing, and there are so many times when I needed someone to talk to, and I always know that I can talk to him, always. So it's super encouraging. Other than that, I just want to pray for, I just want to thank those of you that have prayed for me. It's been quite the ride, but you know what? I'm coming out of it okay, and God has some plan for me, and I don't know what. And I guess that should really be my last thanks anyway, is God. Because I don't know how I would have made it without him. I really don't. My faith is what got me through. To me, there really is no other explanation for why I'm doing so good. I mean, they told me to do 90% better. I am above and beyond 90% better. I came off medicine super fast. Like, everything that has happened, the only way I can see explaining is God was working and God had a plan for me. Which, of course he does, but I could tear up just, well, I am tearing up, but it's just crazy what God can do and faith can do and prayers can do. It's beautiful. So, thank you all. I just want to share all this joy with you and say that I'm really excited to see where life takes me now, because I didn't go through this for nothing, and that is what I know. So I love you all, and thanks for being a part of our journey.